Okay, I would like to invite City Councilor Chuck Turner to take the mic. Councilor Turner, as you all know, has been an advocate for core reform for even much longer than before the Boston Workers Alliance began. And it's been a long way for him, and we're very happy to be at this point. A lot of it is thanks to Chuck.
Thank you. Let me start out just by thanking Horace, Aaron, Tim, all the rest of you who've been struggling over the years to bring about Corey reform. It seems like we're on the verge of another step forward, and a very significant step. If we can get the legislation that's been reported out today passed by the legislature and the box is banned from the state application, then that's a very, very significant step forward. And you and I know it would only be there if it wasn't for the fight on the ground. That is, that there was very appreciative of the fact that the governor initiated this new round of legislation with his bill, which was a step forward, but not the full step that we wanted. And so there was a focus on bringing, at least putting ban the box into it as a sign to people in this state that the thinking has changed and we're ready to move forward. And it was put in by you. It was put in by your struggle. 3 or 4 weeks ago, it was not there. Now, if it's there and reported out, we owe it to ourselves to appreciate the work that's being done. And that's important because this work is just the beginning. The passage of this bill is significant and is important. But what we have to understand is that this fight around the Corey issue is just the tip of the iceberg. We have a problem of unemployment in this country that is gigantic, and it's growing every day. In this city, the federal government reported that last year there were 12,000, at least 12,000 young people between the ages of 16 and 24 who are out of school and out of work, and a lot of them don't even have Coreys. So Corey is important. It's a critical fight to make the whole idea that if you paid the time, you need to be supported in moving forward, a critically important issue. But what we have to understand is that this country needs a full employment process so every individual who wants to work can find a decent job with decent pay. When we get full employment, then the Corey problem is gone. Thank you very much, brother.
Thank you, Chuck. I'd like to invite Representative Denise Provost, if she'd like to speak, one of the legislators from Somerville who's been a supporter of Corey reform.
Hello, I'm Representative Denise Provost from Somerville, and I am thrilled to be here today supporting Corey reform because the reason I came here is to do justice. And when somebody has served out their sentence, justice is done. And having a criminal record, that's right, having a criminal record shouldn't put a lien on your whole life. You should not be paying over and over again to a system which has extracted its penalty. It's that simple for me. And to the extent that we deprive people of employment, we're robbing ourselves because there's talent in the world that is not being put to the task. There are people who want to contribute who are being excluded from the world of work and contribution. And we want to include everyone in that world. We welcome the efforts of all, the contributions of all, and everyone in this Commonwealth should be able to earn a living when they play by the rules. And I have co-sponsored Representative Rushing's bill that would reduce the time periods to 7 years and 3 years. We're hopeful that that might be adopted. And whatever bill is adopted, as far as I'm concerned, is not the end of the road. We will keep pushing for continued quarry reform and for the full integration of all people into society. Thank you very much.
All right. I think it's time for us to go inside. Everyone cool with that? Okay. All right. So now let's pretend we're not in a mini rally here, and that we're actually in a coordinating meeting, because it's going to be a little bit not complicated, but we want to make sure that we get to every single legislator. Just for folks who got here a little bit late, we had a major movement today at the State House. The Judiciary Committee reported out a bill which includes two of our main priorities. The first one is to what we call ban the box, or to remove the criminal record question from job applications. So that means that when you go to apply for a job right now, they have that box. You check it off, and if you check off that box, it means that you're not going to get an interview. They're not going to look at your resume. They're not going to check up on your references. Our idea is to make sure that people who have skills, who have qualifications, get a fair look, and that they balance the things that you can do as a person with your record. The second thing that is included is a reduction in the waiting period to seal quarries. So we've been asking for 3 and 7. They went with the governor's bill at 5 and 10, but still a major change from what it is right now. It's 10 years for a misdemeanor and 15 years for a felony, as you all know right now. So we're very excited about that. We don't really know what's in the rest of the bill, to be honest, because I saw it on a BlackBerry, and so we're still trying to figure out more details. But what we're going to do at this point is we need some people who have some comfort in being team leaders. And so what I want to know is if there are folks who are willing to, who have a little bit of experience in the State House, who can take folks around to different offices. We want to have about teams of, say, 5 people. And the goal is that there's 200 legislators, there's 160 representatives, and 40 senators in this building. And we want to get a packet to every single one of them. And it's great timing because the bill came out today, so it's the right thing to do anyway. So what I'm wondering is can we get folks, I guess, who can be team leaders to kind of step up here? And I guess people could kind of mill around for a second. We're going to try to get ourselves organized, but please, if you can, stay here, because we do need folks to, be a presence in the State House. Oh, and we also have little Corey stickers that people should wear. So hold on a second.